Welcome everyone to I forgot the hell show I'm doing. Well,
Is it the Everything Show?
yes, thank you. I am your host, Matrix Lloyd 2 and 2, and I'm with Sally. What's up, Sally?
What's up?
What's up, Susie? What's up? All right. No, I'm just kidding. You know, sometimes you have it all set in motion. You're going to do a Zoom. You think it's going to work out, and then, oh, she raised her hand. Hey! All
Hey,
right.
Chris.
Chris. Hello. Hello,
Can you
Chris.
hear us?
Chris?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Good.
All right. We just started because we were
Oh,
having
good.
technical difficulties getting Susie to be able to talk. I don't know if she still can, but she's here in spirit anyway. All right, so Chris. Well, you know what, Sally? We'll talk about Game of Thrones another time. We got Chris in here.
That's fine.
So, Chris,
What's up?
you and I talked about this a while, about the Joss Whedon influence.
Yes.
Now, it does look like he is dramatically changing the movie.
Well, apparently that's what they're saying.
Okay.
I don't think so, to be honest with you, but
They're not completely changing the ending.
I don't think they're completely changing it, no.
They're not even doing a big part of it.
I don't know, maybe they are doing a big part of it, but as far as completely changing it, I doubt it very highly.
So all these articles are spanned from one article, probably?
I think they spanned from the article or the quote, I should say, that Ben Affleck said, where he clearly said that it's a product of two different directors, meaning that Zack Snyder's movie is still there, but it's just there are parts of it that have been changed by Joss Whedon. But this is not a Joss Whedon film. Like, we can't say that, oh, this is from Joss Whedon. That's not.
But he's getting a credit for it.
I actually don't know if he is, to be honest with you.
Oh.
I know that that's a big topic right now, whether or not he's getting one or not.
Mm. So there's rumor that the reason why they're changing the ending is because they're not so sure themselves about the DC extended cinematic universe, like they're just, or that's just belonging to.
Oh no, they're no matter how this movie does, they're still moving forward.
But they're not like jumping into Justice League 2. Is that what it is, or are they going to do single movies, or they're not?
They have that whole lineup of movies coming out after Justice League. So I mean, they're not.
No Justice League 2 though.
I don't know where that's happening, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen.
So basically, we don't know anything about Justice League, right?
Well, no, I mean about Justice League, all we know is that, you know, it is a product of two directors, and they are planning to continue the DCEU after Justice League.
Has this ever happened like this before, where people have come on to have to do something with the movie and they get a credit for it, and they're not going to credit? I mean, I'm sure there's something like this has happened, right, or no?
Well, technically, this exact thing happened with Rogue One.
Right. Okay.
You know, they had Gareth Edwards there, and then they saw the original cut of the movie, and it wasn't necessarily what Disney wanted, and they asked him, they said, you know, are you cool with us bringing in another director to make it the way that we want it? And he said, yeah, sure.
Right.
Well, they were going to do it anyway, but, you know.
And they even had to put in someone else to do the score, right? Because it was...
Well, that was different. That was because the scheduling issues were present with that, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So when I was talking about Justice League, so what do you have? You have news of Star Wars, right?
Yeah, there was a bunch of, I believe it was an article in Entertainment Weekly came out that had a bunch of new pictures from Episode 8. A couple with Luke, a lot with Rey. There was one or two with Kylo Ren, Finn, Poe, and I believe Princess Leia. I'm almost certain there was stuff with her. And they had some information in there, I think from the article, and then stuff got, you know, released later on in the week The first one that I thought was really interesting was about Finn. And this article said that apparently in this movie, he's looking to get out of the Resistance.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Basically, what they were saying was it was like he wanted to leave the First Order, but his idea was never to defect to the Resistance. He just wanted to go somewhere and be left alone. But he got caught up with Rey and Han Solo and Chewie and BB-8, and now that the situation has kind of changed, it's said that he's really looking to just try to get away from the fighting altogether.
Is he afraid of Kylo Ren or something? Or
he's afraid of fighting in general.
Oh, because he almost died.
Well, no, he just doesn't want to fight at all. Like, it wasn't one thing that made him go, oh, I don't want to do this. This was his idea, apparently, from the beginning, was to just try and get away from all of it.
Okay, but how could that be possible if... I'm sorry, Sally.
Well, I was going to say, didn't he threaten to leave when they were with Maz Kanata and all that was going on? Yeah.
I thought that was done, though.
She was telling him to go ahead and leave because she knew he's wanting to leave.
Yeah.
Right.
This
I don't need you, right.
It actually all makes sense when you really look at it, because he, like Sally just said, he was in the process of leaving Takodana until the Starkiller base destroyed the Hosnian system. He came back when he saw that, and then Rey got kidnapped, and he wanted to save Rey. And even when they got to Starkiller base, he told Han Solo, "I'm only here for Rey. I'm not here for the Resistance." Basically, is what he said. He wanted to get Rey, get out of there, and then leave the fight together.
But what doesn't make sense is she's still fighting, though. So why would he want to fight because he wants to be where she is?
Because she's not where he is. Remember?
Because she left him behind.
Exactly.
Yep.
So he's fully, willing to let the Empire take over the Resistance and just live his life and not give a crap about, if they destroy more planets and more of this. He just wants to chill.
He just wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
Oh.
This has been his motto, though, since episode 7.
Well, that's not going to happen, obviously.
Well, obviously not, but,
especially with, Kylo Ren going to probably show up. You're probably going to, So, basically, he's trying to escape. This whole story about him posing as an Imperial whatever, that's bullcrap too, or no?
Well, no, I think that actually does happen. It's just...
But is he trying to do that to get away further, or,
Well, I think that this is his idea until something happens in the movie. And then it's like, okay, I have to stay.
Well, maybe, they show up and they're like, what the hell are you doing there, basically?
Could be.
But, what are you doing there, Finn? Why are you wearing the outfit? Oh, man. I don't know if I'm crazy with that, but okay. What about there was another story about Rey's lineage?
Yes. Now, this is one that I have to say I'm not too surprised about, because I've actually been expecting this for a while.
Okay.
Ever since, the beginning of this year, I've kind of had this idea in mind, and it sounds like this is the way they're going. We are apparently going to get information about her in episode 8 regarding her parents, but apparently it's not going to be a huge reveal. Apparently her parents play very little in this story, their identity.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why I'm okay with this. Because this idea basically embodies the what the original trilogy was about, where it was you don't have to be some sort of product of two legends. You can be this hero no matter who you are.
But why does the lightsaber call out to her like it's destined to be hers?
Because she's Force sensitive.
Just that. Not that, if she's connected to the family, that it's her legacy. None of that. Just, boom.
Well, this is the thing, and this is another reason why I like it. She can be something special without her parents being something special.
But like, isn't the whole thing behind Star Wars like they tried to make Anakin like the Messiah type, born without a father, and
yes, and
they tried to make Luke like the chosen one also, or what? I mean, so now we're not doing any chosen ones. It's just that's the way it is.
I don't say that, because there's another article that came with this that talks about something like that. What don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not saying that she's not some sort of chosen one special force thing. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Solely what they're saying is that her parents, whoever they are not some sort of gigantic, like, oh my gosh, it's those people kind of reveal.
Right. So her father's probably Bob and her mother's probably Bertha, and basically it's just Aunt Beru's like sisters, cousins, roommates, whatever, and just this other guy's just mechanic or something. Or whatever. No influence, they're just there. Okay.
Basically.
Okay, I got it. All right.
Another reason why I'm okay with it is that I'd rather they reveal something about Rey than something about her parents.
But I'm sorry I keep going back, but I thought that this whole thing with the Star Wars episodes from now till the end of whatever, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, it's supposed to be Skywalkers, basically. No?
But are they getting away from that now and doing new characters?
There is a Skywalker technically that can still carry this story on.
Oh,
Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
All right.
Which is a good segue to the next part of this article.
Yeah.
Specifically about Luke and Kylo Ren's relationship, apparently.
Well, he's the uncle. I mean,
apparently Luke thought that Kylo Ren was the chosen one.
How many chosen ones can there possibly be?
Well,
I thought there could only be one chosen one. That's like Anakin.
Well, we don't know. I mean, that was the old canon.
Well, the old canon is canon. I mean, the old canon's changed now.
The old canon's been changing for like the last few years.
So, like, somebody armed a new canon now all of a sudden?
Where have you been?
I mean, I know this, but it's like, I'm trying to... Listen, I know that I was like 3 or 4 when Star Wars came out and I was watching the theaters. I know what that was happening, but okay. But
You know that this isn't the first time that Star Wars
I know, but, you know, I don't keep apprised of, well, only through you and stuff to show.
No. I'm talking about not, like, it's changed even before Disney bought it.
Right.
Like, do you know something like this happened when they made the prequels?
Yes, I know, yes. Ninja da Binks!
Well, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about, like, the whole idea of the Clone Wars.
Yeah, I know.
The whole idea of the Clone Wars was something totally different before the prequels.
I envisioned it when I was little, completely different than what we saw. Yes. Yeah. And I didn't envision that Darth Vader turned evil because he loves somebody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Your love is my love, and my love is your love.
Okay.
Wipe it out. Yeah. No.
But no, basically getting back to it, they said that Luke put so much faith basically into Ben Solo that when he turned to the dark side and he basically destroyed everything that Luke had built, that's what really made Luke kind of lose faith in everything and give up what he was doing.
I mean, basically, like, it's a repeat of Anakin just killing younglings and, you know, and just going ape shit. Of course, Luke's going to be, like, blaming himself, I guess.
Yep.
Miserable and, you know, oh, I suck as a teacher. Like, he's probably thinking of all this stuff, like Yoda telling him, like, you know, you're too old to be trained, and now he's training people. Probably wrong, and he's like, oh, shit. Just should have listened to Master Yoda. No. But what's this whole thing with Luke with the Jedi must end?
We don't have a solid answer for that yet.
And Mark Hamill really doesn't like what happened in the movie?
No. He said he's actually come around on that. He said that he didn't agree with the direction that they took Luke at the beginning when he was first reading the script and stuff, and I think maybe when he was first filming. But he said as it went along, he started to see what they were doing.
Okay.
So apparently now he's okay with it. But I can kind of understand where he's coming from because he's always had an idea about where he wanted Luke to go.
Yeah.
And it's changed over the years. I remember at one point he said, I wanted Luke to turn evil.
Which everybody would hate it.
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, they did that in the expanded universe. Of course, Luke went back later on, but, you know, I'm with you. I want to see Luke turn evil.
My worry about the future of the franchise is I just don't want a copy of something else.
Yeah.
I don't want it to seem... All right, yes, Force Awakens, if you compare it to New Hope, it was very similar with things, which was a turnoff. A lot of points. And then you see something like Rogue One with the originality, you're like, oh, that's what I want my Star Wars movie. You know? And then it's like, oh, crap, now we got to, like, really think. Because people are expecting now Rogue One, right?
I wouldn't say that they're expecting, like, Rogue One. I think they're definitely expecting something new.
Higher caliber.
Yeah.
I don't want to repeat. I don't like this, the chosen one. I'm the chosen one, you're the chosen one, we're all chosen ones. I don't like that.
We don't have to worry about that because, as it turns out, Ren is not the chosen one, apparently. So
Kylo Ren?
Yeah, he's not the chosen one.
And neither is Rey?
I'm not going to say that. I don't know for sure, but I don't think there is going to be a chosen one. I don't.
Does it have to be a chosen one, though? Like
I don't think so, but it depends on what story they're telling.
Trilogy? I hope not.
But anyway, this is my thing. I want them to do new stuff, which apparently this movie is going to be a lot of new stuff, and I like a lot of what I'm seeing and from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I just don't want them to go too far off the deep end.
Okay.
You know? But the only other article that we had, I believe, was talking about Snoke and his Praetorian Guards. And the idea for these Praetorian Guards is that they're meant to be more combat-oriented than the Emperor's Royal Guards. So they said we're going to see these guys fighting a lot in Episode 8. And as for Snoke himself, they said Episode 8 does not get into his backstory a lot. So I believe they're saving that for 9.
What do you say, Sally?
Yeah, I mean, I like what I'm hearing so far, but...
You have some doubts?
I don't know, maybe a little bit.
What's the matter? Tell us.
I don't know.
What's bothering you? I know something's bothering you.
I'm just like Chris. I just hope they don't veer too far off what makes Star Wars Star Wars.
Right. I'm very worried myself because, I mean, I keep hearing like these things about how they want to make this like Empire or as big as Empire, and I remember a certain movie that tried to be like Wrath of Khan, and it was called like Star Trek Nemesis, and it was terrible. And I remember that they tried to do it again with Into Darkness, and it was terrible. How about trying not to do Empire? How about doing your own thing without the pressure that you have to do a reboot of Empire, but not exactly a reboot, just like something on that.
They're not doing Empire over, I can tell you that, because from what I've heard, and trust me, I've heard a lot of stuff about this movie, and pretty much most of it has been confirmed even now. This is not going to be like Empire.
But I thought they were going to have an oh my god moment like Empire at the end.
They're going to have a moment like that. What that moment is, I don't know. But from what I've heard, and from everything we've heard, I can probably tell you this is going to be a very different Star Wars movie than we're used to.
Let me ask you a question now.
Yeah.
if the oh my God moment isn't going to be like, I am your father, I'm your cousin, I'm your sister, I'm good, I'm bad, right? What the hell could it possibly be? That Luke died and this is a clone of Luke or some crap or what?
You want to know what I think it could be?
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
And I hope they do this. I really do.
What?
I think we're going to have a double turn.
Well, we talked about that, didn't we?
I do.
Yeah.
I legitimately, I think that's what they're going to do. And I hope they do it. I really do.
So she becomes evil
Some,
and he becomes good.
Somehow, I think she winds up with Snoke. Now, whether or not she turns evil or she gets kidnapped, Rey, I'm talking about, I think somehow she finds her way to Snoke, or Snoke gets possession of her somehow. Not like literally possessing her, but like he has her captive. And I think Kylo Ren gets cast aside by Snoke when Snoke realizes, hey, she's stronger than you. She's this whatever force thing. You were the strongest person that I knew about that I could train, but I'm casting you aside for her.
And then Luke's going to help him?
I don't know. It would make sense. That's his nephew.
But his nephew killed all of his students in the school. Like, everybody.
So, I mean, Vader
And
killed everybody.
I know, but, like, he had to start Killer Base kill, like, a whole freaking galaxy or system or whatever. Well,
He didn't.
I know.
Hux did.
All right. Oh, my God. This is really going to be weird.
That's good.
I hope
It's a
so.
good type of weird. But I don't know. See, that's just my speculation. This
Right.
so-called big moment could be something so mundane, but they're still calling it a big moment. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
I hope not. I hope not. I really don't like it when people tell me, oh my God, it's the biggest thing ever! And it's not.
And we have to remember, too, that news came from, like, a Japanese pamphlet. So, you know,
Right.
I have my doubts about that, but, you know.
Right. Any surprises in this movie that is uncanon? Like, the Force spits out Yoda or Ben Kenobi or something because they didn't really die.
Well, anything that happens in this movie is going to be canon, so, I mean.
So, being that they really didn't die, could they be alive again or no?
No, they're dead.
They're dead?
They're dead.
What about
They might-
the kyber crystals? Could the kyber
they're
crystals do some funky thing? I mean, what?
I'm hearing that there was a rumor that Luke's, like, the reason that we don't have a lightsaber from him is because he uses an ancient design for a lightsaber that is literally just like a kyber crystal, which the designs for it look pretty
Well,
cool.
where's the green lightsaber?
I don't know.
Oh.
I think it might be gone.
Gone?
Yeah.
Like where? Gone.
Like either destroyed and or he doesn't use it anymore. I personally think he's moved past the need for a lightsaber. I think he's become so powerful that he just doesn't need one.
How does he fight without lightsaber?
He just uses the Force.
Just waving his hands and boom.
Yeah, because apparently he has some sort of fight scene in this movie. That's the big news, that he has. Is it gonna
be like Neo from the Matrix, like doing weird stuff like that?
I think it's gonna be something similar to the Darth Vader scene we saw at the end of Rogue One, except he's using the Force and he's not killing people.
I see.
Or though he might kill people, I don't know. This looks like badass Luke. So I mean, I don't know.
Yes, that's true.
He's got the beard. He's all pissed off with everybody. And, like, I honestly think he's going to look at Rey and just be like, get off my island, woman.
Get the F off. Right. Probably.
Be like, leave me alone.
Did they say, like, she looked up to Han Solo like a father figure? Now she's going to this island with this old guy that doesn't want her. Did somebody say that?
Sort of. That is true.
So get out.
But it's okay, because we know Luke has friends on that island.
Yeah, creatures.
There are Force-sensitive penguins, and there are fish nuns on that island.
No!
Yes.
See, this is the stuff that worries me.
Yes. They're not
Let
actually,
it go! Let it go!
They look like penguins, but they're not really penguins.
Oh, God, why are they doing an Ewok Part 2? Why are we doing this?
Because they gotta sell toys, man!
No! the toys, man. This is fucking ridiculous now. I saw this little fucking creature with Chewbacca, I'm like, in a Han Solo movie. Get the fuck out of here. What is this? What's this cutesy shit?
Let me tell you something. The Han Solo movie, I have absolutely no interest in that movie.
Fuck. God, no. They're fucking it up.
Don't worry.
Sorry, dude. No, I am worried. Oh, I am worried. That
they're not going to be in the movie for long. Don't worry.
Fucking forest penguins. Are they going to talk to us?
They're called porgs, but yeah.
Oh, shit. They got names now.
I don't think they talk. I think they're just force sensitive.
Fuck. Porgs?
Porgs.
Porgs. We got names for them now. They talk.
They don't talk. I don't think they talk, no.
You can make it, no, I don't know. God. Oh, we need to do another show. We need to go into Google because people can't get in. All right. Thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sally. We're going to continue this.